Mike Steigels and Rick Payne Jr. and here. Looking for green for Billy Dunn, and we're off. Takes him down into turn number 2 and has the lead. Rugg moves into second. Up the inside, it'll be Jerry Marquis. Marquis takes it down low, looking for that second spot. It'll be Rugg behind Salzarullo. Salzarullo, Rugg, Marquis looking inside again. Stockel goes fourth. Boniface up to 5th with Beckwith on the outside 6th, and it's also Mackey, Steigels, and Payne. Marquis moves into second. Marquis takes the second spot and sets his sight on the lead car. The 4 for Salzarullo. Here's Marquis to the inside. Salzarullo slams the door. Salzarullo holds the low line off turn 2. Marquis on his back bumper. Fakes to the outside, drops low and spins out. Marquis in trouble. Boniface in the dirt and over it. We have a caution flag. Marquis got into 3 hard and came around on his own. The guy who got the bad end of that is Jim Boniface. He is up on top of the dirt berm off turn 3. Unfortunately, he's going to opt to let the guys check it over, I think, before he fires it up. Approach turn 4. Salzarullo gets on the gas, and here comes the green. They're off again. Salzarullo gets it a little sideways coming off 4, takes it down the backstretch with Rugg second. Stockel looking for the inside line, dives down inside. Rugg squeezes it off, and he may have second. Bob Stockel, good run, holds that second spot. Rugg has to pull out of the way to avoid contact. Into 3 as they come down to the halfway mark. Salzarullo takes the low line and holds the lead. Look out, Steigels gets into the side of Beckwith, and around comes the 60 and the 29. Beckwith is stalled down inside turn 2, and the caution is out again. Beckwith refires and pulls away. Payne either waiting for traffic to clear or help, one or the other. Steigels, Mackey, Payne, and Beckwith, and here they come. Salzarullo takes it up the banking to get Stockel out of the way and takes the green. Salzarullo keeps his Oldsmobile on the low side. Stockel looking to the high side this time. Salzarullo brakes. Stockel gets into his back, slides up off the bumper, and that opens the door for Rugg. Beckwith up the outside trying to get his spots back. Has already moved himself up into 6th place. Rugg and Stockel battle for second. Stockel shuts the door on Rugg for the moment. Alsop and Beckwith trying to get around the Steigels machine. The Steigels is using all the racetrack he can to hold that 4th spot. Coming down with 2 laps to go now. 2 to go. And Salzarullo, Stockel, and Rugg. Then it's Steigels, Alsop. Then Mackey, Beckwith, and Payne. White flag, 1 lap to go. Stockel drifts wide off 4. Here's Rugg down to the inside, trying to pick up another spot before the checkers. Into turn 3. It'll be Salzarullo. Here's the battle for second, and Rugg gives it a little shot, and he's got it. Third goes Stockel. Then it's Steigels, Alsop, Mackey, Beckwith, and Payne. The win goes to Dave Salzarullo, and the 62 is Roger Raymond. Knight grabs the lead. Bianca moves into second. Rollins moves up. 3 wide. Drugs the man is the odd man out. It's still Knight. Bianca with a bumper. Rollins. Then it's Weaver, Karen, Goodenough, Drug. And here comes Roger Raymond on the brake. Trying to get inside Mallory. It had no room. Here's Bianca challenging Knight again. Knight runs the low line. Bianca looks to the high side. Karen third, has moved into fourth, and he starts to run him down with Goodenough in pursuit. Piandaka trying to find some running room inside Gary Knight. Knight goes in a little bit deeper. Piandaka sees the hole and can't get there. Karen is coming out wide. Raymond works his way up one notch. Moving up on the halfway mark. Gary Knight, Piandaka battling for the lead, and Piandaka gets down inside. Karen and Goodenough fight for position number 4. Piandaka trying to find a way to get around Gary Knight. 6 laps down. 6 cars qualify. Weaver's a car in a bubble, and Raymond is working the outside of him. 6 car in now is Roger Raymond. Here's Piandaka. Trying to find a way to get around Gary Knight. Piandaka up to the inside. Piandaka trying to get his nose in there. Knight doesn't give him any room, and we've got 2 laps to go. Knight works the Taco Bell, Oldsmobile all over the place. Piandaka sits him up, can't quite hold the nose down. Coming down for the white flag, it's Knight, Piandaka, Rollins, Goodenough, and Karen with Raymond. One more try on the backstretch for Piandaka. Takes Knight out wide, looks down to the inside. Gary Knight holds the nose, and he's going to have the win. It's Knight, Piandaka, and Rollins. Goodenough, Karen, and Raymond qualify. Drug, Weaver, and Bowery go to the consolation event. It's your Prue, Knight, and Carey. Here they come, looking for green. There it is. Russo, Colson, and Batchelor break away. Colson works the outside of Russo. A little contact as they go into 3. Colson trying to hold that outside groove. Batchelor looks down inside. Russo takes up enough track to hold the lead. Trouble for the 37. Colson came out hard. He drops to the back of the pack. The second spot goes to Mike Batchelor. Bruce Batchelor Jr. goes second. Colson looks like he might have dropped a cylinder or something. Now he's starting to pick it up again, but he's got a handling problem. It's Russo, Batchelor, Prue, Cody, Knight, and Carey. 6 to qualify. The car in the bubble right now is the 3 car. Batchelor on the outside of Russo. Trying to hold that spot as they come off turn 4. Look out, there goes the 10. Caution is out quickly. Knight stays on the gas. Out Batchelor. Batchelor stays right out there with him, and here's the green. Batchelor takes that also racing engine machine to the outside and grabs the lead on the backstretch. Batchelor coming down to take the halfway mark. 5 to go. He's got the lead. Russo, Bruce Batchelor, Kevin Prue, Carey, and Cody. Colson's got it back together again, and he's working the outside of Cody for 6. Now, Colson, look out as Carey dives down inside. Colson and Carey come together, no damage done, as they work underneath Kevin Prue. Mike Batchelor, Mike Russo, Bruce Batchelor Jr., Tom Carey, Colson and Prue. Prue is the car on the bubble now. And Colson's having a wicked time getting that car to handle. Batchelor smoothly down the straight. Battle is for that final spot, and Dave Knight works to the outside of Kevin Prue, trying to take that final qualifying position. White flag, 1 lap to go. And if he can hold it, Dave Knight is on the bubble now. He should have that final qualifying spot. Carey trying to pick up 1 more as they come down to the flag. The winner is Batchelor, Russo, Carey 3rd, Batchelor 4th, Colson, and Dave Knight. Your qualified cars, Mike Batchelor. Into turn 1, Ed Stone will lead the field. Here comes Doug Rudolph down low with car 38 on the inside of Batchelor into turn 3. Back into turn 1 they go, and now Rudolph has moved to second. Here comes Kennedy down low with car number 0, and he will take the 3rd spot now. Batchelder loose, and he'll lose several positions with car number 19 as Radwick moves to 4th, and Marquis tries to take 5th. Now Rudolph on the outside will battle with Stone. Battle for the lead in turn 2. Here comes Rudolph up high. And into that turn, it's Rudolph getting way up high, and now Stone retakes the lead. So Kennedy now will move into second and trouble in turn 4. Batchelder in the 19 goes around. He'll look to refire and rejoin the field. As now Kennedy dives low on Stone. Batchelder gets it fired back up, and we've got a brand new leader in the 0 for Ed Kennedy. Stone will hold second over Radwick. Marquis has moved to 4th, so Rudolph stops back to 5th in the 38 car. And he gets out of shape and spins on the backstretch. Remaining in this qualifying heat with Rudolph going around and car number 0, Kennedy, pulling away as Marquis will move to second, Radwick to third, Stone back to 4th, and here comes Pinkham. White flag is in the air. Checker flag is out, and it's Ed Kennedy with the win. Drives the 44, and John Burns in the 14. Green flag is out, and TJ Small will lead them down into turn number 1 with the 33, and now here comes Bateman down low on Rusty Ball. Bateman at the line has the second spot with the 17, but Ball is not getting up on the outside. Car number 20 will edge back into the second spot. Bateman, low on the racetrack in the 17, gets a tap from Monteith. That sends him a little swirly and opens up the door for Ball to move back into the second spot. And that's exactly what he does. Now he goes for the lead around TJ Small, and at the line, it's still the 33. But heading off turn 2 now, Rusty Ball takes the lead spot with Jarvis now up to second. Small back to third. Monteith running the high side with the 85, and he'll take third. Halfway marker is out. Jarvis dives low on Ball. Coming off turn 2, Ball, Jarvis, and Monteith pull away as Fuller now moves up to 4th. And now, off turn 4, Jarvis has the lead in the 28. Ball back to second, and here comes Monteith. Fuller now catches our top 3 and looks to battle Monteith for position number 3. Ball up high, Monteith down low. Waiting in the wings is Fuller. White flag is out, 1 to go, and Monteith and Ball make contact. Monteith edges into that second spot with Fuller up to third. Checkered flag is out, and it's Jarvis with the win. Features for this division next week, and then a week after that, it's the Mini Stock Championship. Here they come. Rick DeRozier, Joe Krajewski bring the field down for 20. Chance Stevens drops the green, and they break away. Krajewski gets out on top quickly. The Honda can't quite get it wound up in time. It's Krajewski. Rick DeRozier down inside. Hasbrook, Crowell, Clayton, and Davis. Runnel on turn 4. Massive pileup with the 91, 367, 27, and the 77. Joe Krajewski and Rick DeRozier in the 60 and the 89, working their way down to the start. Here they come, restart lap 2, and DeRozier gets a break. But not much of one. DeRozier high on turn 2, Krajewski goes second, Hasbrook third, fourth is Crappy Crowell. Then it's Kevin Clayton, Jason Davis. Looking for his first win in a new ride. Krajewski will hold him up as best he can. Hasbrook goes third. Pappy Crowell fourth. Kevin Clayton fifth. Then it's George Kamansky, Jason Davis, and it looks like Fred Felton's got problems with the 11 and he pulls it out. Kamansky trying to charge up through the field and grab a piece of that lead. The Honda on top. Krajewski second. Hasbrook third. Kamansky fourth. Fifth is Clayton. Then it's Crowell, Blackmore, Alexander, Davis, Smith, and Anecki. Black flag for the 62 of Lawrence. He's taking it in right in front of your leader. Pulls it to the infield. He's out of action. Your leader continues to be the 89 of Rick DeRozier. Krajewski goes second in the 60. George Kamansky has moved up to third in the 22. Works on the back bumper of Krajewski and gets to the outside with Hasbrook right behind him. And finally, Kamansky's able to break away. Kamansky into second. Hasbrook around Krajewski for third. Krajewski drops to fourth. Fifth is Kevin Clayton. Sixth is Blackmore. Seventh is Alexander. Two guys running with some pretty bad ignitions as they work their way down the straightaway. A caution comes out as Krajewski gets his rear bumper ripped off. Lap number 9. A tough break for DeRozier because that's going to put Kamansky right on his bumper. And speaking of bumpers, it looks like Krajewski's going to have his ripped off. Both the 28 and the 33 have got some serious ignition problems. It's Father Kelson. Here they come. Looking for green. Kamansky to the outside, and he's got it. DeRozier finally gets the Honda up to speed, but it's not enough to catch that Scirocco. Here comes Alexander out of the pack. Along with him, the BMW of Alan and Mackey as they start to bear down. Halfway now, coming up. It's going to be Kamansky, DeRozier, Anecki, yes, and Alexander. DeWitt Davis and Hasbrook come together, and another caution comes out as Davis sits in turn 3. Then it's Kevin Clayton in the 1 and the 2 for Ron Smith. Jason Davis and Joe Krajewski, and here they come. Kamansky gets away, and Anecki right behind him. DeRozier trying to hold his own, finally gets the RPMs up on the Honda and catches up. Look out, Anecki right on Kamansky's bumper. Beef Alexander fighting for that 4th spot with Kevin Clayton. Kamansky may not run away with it today. Anecki gets up on the high side. When that BMW gets up on the outside groove, it's hard to stop him. Down, 8 to go. It looks like a runaway now for Kamansky and Anecki. Alexander and DeRozier fighting for that 3rd spot. DeRozier able to hold it. On the backstretch, your leader, George Kaminsky in the 22, beginning to open up a little bit of a margin on Anaki, who shorts the distance by cutting the corner. DeRozier in the 89, trying to hang in there and at least get that machine to finish the race. Alexander now moves into third. DeRozier back to fourth. Smith up to fifth. Sixth is Clayton. Davis is seventh. Krajewski eighth. Hasbrook ninth. And 10th is Russo. Anaki back again, but he can't hold it in the turn. Going after Kaminsky again. They work around Lyle Handy. A close battle. Look out, Anaki almost loses. Got those tires heated up a little too much. Around goes Chafee, backs it out of the way wisely, doesn't stop the race. Coming down, 2 laps to go now. It's Kaminsky, Anaki, and Alexander. Smith goes fourth. DeRozier back to fifth. Clayton sixth. Davis seventh. 1 lap to go now. White flag. George Kaminsky, Alan Anaki, Beef Alexander, and Ron Smith. Rick DeRozier and Kevin Clayton. The good news is DeRozier may be lucky enough to finish this one. Here he comes to the win. Kaminsky picks up the victory. Anaki goes second. Alexander shuts the door and picks up third. And finally DeRozier winds up in fifth behind Ron Smith. Finally on his victory lap, warm night for racing. Well, George, had to work a little bit for a while.
Yeah, the car's not going quite as good as it was with fuel injection. Of course, everybody thought it would be that way, and had just enough to stay ahead of the 4-car tonight.
Just enough. Now you got a busy weekend ahead yet, too, right?
Yeah, we got 300 laps to run the Enduro, but that's what I'm here for.
Practice tonight, run the Enduro, third win of the year. Car's running okay. Your winner, George Kaminsky. And avidly recapping the race for Fred Felton, who watched from the infield today, Alan Anaki, it wasn't quite a win.
No, but second is pretty good, and the car's intact, and pretty happy with that.
Looked like you're having a little trouble in the corners. Does it seem to have a push?
It is kind of slippery. I don't know if anyone else had a problem, but I also had a bit of a hesitation, and it was close, but not quite there.
Well, a little work, and maybe next week with a double event coming up, Alan Anaki will have it. That's your second place finisher. Let's move up to our third finisher, and looks like possibly still point leader. We'll have to wait till the figures are all in. Kelson got the car working for you pretty good tonight.
Yeah, it's working real good. It's a little slick out there tonight, but I'm surprised we were up here where we started from.
Well, you really had to work your way through traffic. You started back there, and it was sort of moving up and moving back.
Yeah, it's just going every direction. It was hard to say where to get here. But I'd like to thank Kelson tonight for the car. It's still doing a super job, and our sponsors for medal.
Okay, there you go. Your third finisher, Beef Alexander. Pro Consi coming up. Here they come, looking for a green this time by. Billy Dunn says, all right, we've got a green. Into turn one, Beckwith in hard and contact with Drug. Both are able to continue. Here comes Marquis all the way up to fifth right now. Just one spot out of qualifying. He's about to change that. And heading into turn one, Marquis has himself a qualifying spot. Now moving low on Kevin Prue and takes third just like that. It's Beckwith out in front and Drug. Here comes Jerry up for third. Prue runs in the fourth and final qualifying spot. Here comes Marquis working over Drug now for the second spot as Beckwith tries to pull away. Off of turn four. And trouble in turn four. Payne and Boniface come together. Payne goes up the banking into 29, and we've got a caution. Here they come looking for green. Off turn 4, green flag is out, and it's Beckwith and Marquis. Beckwith will lead him off turn 2. Jerry Marquis up to second with the 28X, and Drug in third. Here comes Weaver down low on Prue in the battle for the fourth and final qualifying spot. Marquis is high on Beckwith in the battle for the lead, and down the backstretch, he's got it. Weaver again low on Prue in the battle for fourth. Off turn 4. Prue is sideways. They come together, and trouble on the front stretch. Weaver hard into the wall in car 69. Bring the field back under yellow flag now. This time by with Marquis and Beckwith, Drug and Mowry, and then Boniface, Payne, Prue, and Cody. Green flag is out, and down low, Marquis at the line. Begins to pull away. Drug now moves up to second. Beckwith way up high in the 60, and he falls back to third, and now Mowry dives low with the one mass. Boniface up high for the fourth and final qualifying spot. Can he get it with the 27? On the backstretch, he's got the qualifying spot, but Mowry comes right back in the one mass. At the line, it looks like the 27, and he'll lead the fourth spot coming off of turn 2, and into turn 3, he tucks in behind Beckwith. Cody goes around in turn 4. He'll get the car refired. Marquis and Drug, followed by Beckwith and Boniface are your qualifiers now. White flag is in the air for Marquis. Marquis and Drug pulling away with Beckwith back in third. Boniface in fourth. Checkered is out, and with the win, it's Jerry Marquis. Finishing second to 16 of Herb Drug. Third spot, Jeff Beckwith in car 60, and the fourth and final qualifying position goes to car number 27. Lucky run for Jim Boniface. Now here, David Rogers. Green this time by Strictly Stock feature event. 20 laps is the distance. Bill Johnston brings the field around, and the green flag is out. Off turn 2, Steve Drew has the lead with car 17. A lot of shuffling going on at the back of the pack. Johnston down on the low side, and at the line to lead the first lap, it's Drew with car 17. Once again, he edges out Johnston coming off of turn 2 and takes the lead heading into turn 3. Johnston settling in for second. A little ways back is Richard Cook and Bobby LaRoche, Walt Pachowski, Rob Horton, John Mallett, and Russ Percy, all in the top 10. Drew continues to lead. We've got 3 laps complete, and Johnston is settling right in there in the second spot with car number 2. Richard Cook third in the 5. Bobby LaRoche battles with Walt Pachowski to keep that fourth spot. It's going to be tough. Trouble now in turn 4. Tom Muka and Keith Swan come together. Swan just dove right into that turn, and Muka was definitely an innocent bystander as he gets crossed up again on the front stretch with a flat left rear tire on car number 28, as it appears. No correction. In row 1, there's the green flag. Into turn 1, Drew leads, and LaRoche goes around with car number 10 in traffic. Everyone manages to avoid him as he sits stalled over there on the low side of turn 2, but now is able to fire it back up and continue. Drew is your leader. Johnston holding on to second. Then it's Cook in the 5, Pachowski in the 37, and Hersey up to 5th in car 13. And now our point leader, the 66 Vermont of Travis Block, goes around in turn 4. in second. Cook third. Pachalski and Hersey battling for fifth. Pachalski's got the spot. Heavy traffic about 6th through 10th as Tom Cashman Jr. and Clint Cram come together. They hold on, and Cram will beat Cashman to the line for, I believe that's the 8th spot they're battling for. Scott Zielinski now moves into 6th, Rob Morton 7th. And contact now as LaRoche in the 10 sandwiches Pachalski and Hersey. As they go into turn 1, Hersey takes a spot. Drew now begins to pull away with car 17, and now Johnston is all alone in second in car 2, and about as straightaway back is Richard Cook in the 5, and Russ Hersey in the 13 is in 4th, with Scott Zielinski up to 5th in car 7. Walt Pachalski 6th in the 37. 22, Joe Zellman will run in the 7th spot. Rob Morton is 8th, Clint Cram 9th, and Tom Cashman Jr. rounding out the top 10. John Mallett is 1 out of the top 10 with the 97. Drew in slower traffic, putting laps on the 74 of Keith Swan. 13 laps now complete and 7 to go for Drew to take his first win of 1992. Johnston having a great run in second with car number 2. Cook feeling the pressure from Hersey now. They're about as straightaway back from Johnston. Hersey looking to move up with car 13 on the inside of Cook, and now right in front of those 3-pack of cars that Keith Swan goes around into 74. And now Hersey carries the door panel from the Cook car. He will get the consultation flag this time by. With that sheet metal dragging off the right side of car 13 as he heads off turn 2. You can see the sparks fly. Heavy traffic still to be found. Bunch of cars coming together off of turn 2. That's Paul Barnard, John Mallett, Scott Kaufman, Harvey Swan, and Travis Block, Bobby LaRoche, all in that pack of cars. That's about back around 7th through 12th. 2 laps to go this time by for Steve Drew. Excellent run with the 17. Holding on to the lead and pulling away from Johnston. Johnston in turn pulls away from Hersey, who's now up to 3rd. Oh, trouble in turn number 1. That's the Clinton Cram car in the 21. Into the wall very hard. This time by. We'll look for a checkered flag. Steve Drew into turn number 3. Off turn 4, and the 17 has the win. Hanging off their race cars. So they should be giving 3rd. We'll have to wait and see. Scott Zielinski would be smart to stay where he is for a minute. All right, Steve, been a long time coming for the Mount Tully Kennels machine. Great run out there today.
Yeah, thanks. We really got a new car here, and long time trying to get it. I broke the flag. Sorry, I'll have to buy him another one with that $1 million I just won. I got to thank all my crew. They've been sticking around. We finally got this thing figured out, so we'll be back here. All you guys keep rooting. We'll be here.
Congratulations. Steve Drew, your winner in car 17, first win of 1992. Head on over here to our second place finisher. Great run for Bill Johnston, best finish of the year, finishing second. That was an excellent run.
Yeah, I've got a new car here. We've had a hell of a time keeping it going straight. Hey, I got 2 guys. I've trashed the car every week, and they've been behind me. And we're going to really thank Orange Auto Body and Sue's Auto Sales. They backed us up all the way. Okay.
Congratulations. Bill Johnston is your second place finisher, car number 2. And Scott Zielinski, you get more consistent every single week. Great run for 3rd.
Well, this week we did a pretty good job coming from behind, and we got rubbed in the front end too much. Something happened to the car, but we happened to stay in there. And it did good. I'd like to thank a few sponsors, and special thanks to Paul Stone and Montague Mass. He really helped me out coming up here and getting the car set up. And I'd like to thank Paul and Mary Electric for giving me some money, and I really like to thank my brother Neil for helping me get this car together.
Congratulations. Scott Zielinski is your third place finisher with car number 7.
Bobby Bouchard and Al Fitzgerald, Kirk Alexander and Eddie Brio Jr., Todd Patnode and Leonard Newcomb. Here they come, looking for green as they pour off turn 4. They're away, and it's Brio on top. Bouchard moves inside, Shepard to take over second. Alexander down to the inside. He'll move into third on the back straightaway. Stoney out of the back of the pack trying to move up, can't do it. Your leader will be Brio. Brio leads, Alexander moves into second, Bouchard third, Brio fourth. Then it's Patnode, Shepard, Barry Gray, Alexander, Ferrullo, and Anderson. Ed Stone working out of the pack, trying to crack the top 10 as they work their way down in there. Brio continues to lead. Alexander runs him down. Eddie Brio moves into third. Patnode fourth. Bouchard fifth. Gray is sixth. Shepard 7th, 8th is Ferrullo, 9th is Anderson, and 10th is Fitzgerald. Brio continues to hang on. On the backstretch into 3, your leader, Glenn Brio. Alexander trying to run him down. Eddie Brio Jr. goes third, 4th is Gray now. Patnode 5th. Bouchard is 6th, 7th is Shepard, 8th is Ferrullo. Anderson 9th. Stone is now 10th and moving up. 5 down, 20 to go. Ed Stone cruising the outside, working his way up in the 8th spot. Now down into 7th on the backstretch. Brio leads. Alexander, Brio and Gray closing in. Bouchard using as much racetrack as he can to keep the field behind him and hold his spot in 6th. We've got a dogfight now for the top spot as Stone works to the outside and moves into the 7th spot. Alexander made contact with Brio, comes right back at him. Eddie Brio on the outside. Alexander having trouble, and Brio, brother, uncle and nephew go together. Nephew on top, uncle in second. Alexander third, Gray fourth, Patnode fifth. Stone is 6th, Bouchard 7th. Glenn Brio trying to hold off his uncle Eddie up to the inside. Eddie Brio got his nose in there. Glenn trying to hold him off, and Eddie takes it down onto the speed at the end. It's Glenn. Glenn continues to lead. Holds Eddie down. Works up along slower traffic. They work around Foster. Glenn parks him in behind there and holds that lead. Halfway now. Halfway. And Barry Gray goes to the outside. Foster in trouble, and Brio goes inside. Gray and Alexander come back now. Ed Stone still 6th and 6th spot. Patnode doesn't let him by. Parks him in behind the Foster car. Here's Barry Gray with a bumper now. All over Glenn. Caution on the racetrack. Caution with 14 down on lap 15. Todd Patnode spins. Patnode takes the 24 around in turn 3 on lap 15. Glenn Brio using a little bumper perhaps going into turn 3. Can't be sure of that, of course. Barry Gray, Eddie Brio Jr., Kirk Alexander. Alexander, Jay Ferrullo, and Leonard Newcomb. Robbie Bouchard, here they come. This is going to be a dogfight. We're halfway through the race, and it's Brio with the lead. Brio and Barry Gray down the backstretch. Eddie Brio into third with Alexander on the outside. Barry Gray comes down and takes over the lead. Eddie Brio Jr. goes third. Alexander is fourth, and Ferrullo is fifth. Laps to go now, out of 25. Ferrullo inside Alexander, can't quite get that spot. And there goes the motor in the Ferrullo car. Good driving as Ferrullo brings it in. Ferrullo loses a radiator and brings it in. Eddie Brio inside Glenn now as they dice for position, and Eddie's got second. It's Barry Gray, Eddie Brio, Glenn Brio, Kirk Alexander, Roger Shepard, Stone, Bouchard, and Anderson. Working on lap 19, 6 laps to go. Barry Gray looking for win number 2. Eddie Brio Jr. looking for second, trying to run him down. Glenn Brio third, Alexander fourth. Shepard is fifth, Stone is sixth, Anderson seventh. Here comes Stoney up out of the hole. Stoney now moves into fifth. On the backstretch with less than 4 laps to go. It's the 29 of Barry Gray, 29 Junior of Eddie Brio Jr., 29 Mass of Glenn Brio, 44X Kirk Alexander, and the 11 of Ed Stone. The lap's ticking down as Gray opens it up. The Brio brothers, uncle and nephew, not able to challenge him now. Alexander holding that 4th spot. Ed Stone bearing down in 5th. 2 laps to go now. It's Barry Gray. Barry Gray, Eddie Brio Jr., Glenn Brio, Kirk Alexander, and Ed Stone. Right flag, 1 lap. Barry Gray on his way to win number 2. Checkers are out. Here comes your winner. Barry Gray working up on Jim Rule, Eddie Brio Jr., and Glenn Brio. And it's Alexander and Stone.
Steve is heading trackside, and he'll be talking with our top 3, the 29s in victory lane.
Not very usual. You'll see 3 cars with the same number in victory lane here, but it may happen more than once this season as Brio, uncle and nephew, and Barry Gray combined to put 329s across the line first ahead of Kirk Alexander and Ed Stone. Well, and I'm sure he's glad to climb out with a checkered flag in his hand, and we'll find out how good that is in just a minute. Here's your winner tonight in the late model feature event. On his way out, if he can find his way to the window, Barry Gray. Awful hard to get a big guy through a small window.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it was a good race. It was nice and clean. I didn't see much bumping or banging, and it's really nice to be here. We've had a lot of seconds, and first really counts.
First really counts, and Glenn and Eddie both gave you your money's worth for a while.
Oh, they certainly did. Like I said, it wasn't easy, but we got here, and it's nice to be here.
Win number 2 for Barry Gray, a winner tonight. Hold it right there, young. Well, Glenn will get to him. Right now, let's move up to the uncle in the clan. Eddie Brio, this car's been good and bad to you, but a second place has got to feel good.
Yeah, the car's been running pretty consistent. I don't know what we're going to have to do to catch Barry. He's been running very strong.
Strong enough, but the car looks good, and we'll see you there again, I'm sure.
I hope so.
Tell me, what's it like to have your nephew either in front of you or right behind you?
Well, on the track, he's just another guy.
Same way with father and son. Here he is. He's been trying hard. He had a lead last week, or 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, or whenever it was we raced last. And for a rookie to finish third, must feel good.
Yeah, we got a couple veterans there. It's really hard to race against your uncle. You don't want to rub him, but you run him strong as anybody. I really want to thank my sponsors, Hebert Racing Engines. I want to thank Roy Edwards. He gave us a lot of support every time.
In other words, we need a battery. Glenn's got a lot of people to thank, and that's great. He'll do all right with it. Glenn Brio finishing third. Down the back straightaway, looking for green, and Salzarillo and Brusso will bring the field around to the start of tonight's Pro Stock feature event. Heading into turn one, it's Salzarillo and Knight. Brusso caught on the high side, gets shuffled back to fourth as Bob Rugg moves up with car number 70. Salzarillo leads lap number one with Knight now running in second. Rugg is up to third. Here comes Batchelder in the 9B. Contact between Biandaca and Brusso in turn two, and Biandaca has a problem with the 135, a flat right front tire. And yellow flag is out as we've got Jim Boniface up the racetrack in turn one. Car 27 comes to a halt up in turn number one, and that'll bring out the first caution on lap number two. And unfortunately, still no as we get back to green with Salzarillo and Knight. On the backstretch, Mike Batchelder on the high side with the 9B moves up to third around Bob Rugg in the 70. Batchelder third, Rugg fourth, and Brusso and Colson battle for fifth. Colson on the high side edges into that spot, but here comes Brusso right back down low. Knight goes around. Dave Knight, the 10, goes around in turn number 3, right in the middle of the racetrack. Pulls it out of the way, but then we've got a spin on the backstretch. Bob Stockel, and the yellow flag is back out. Dave Knight got the number 10 out of the way just in time as the leaders were coming. And then Bob Stoppel spun on the backstretch with the 76. And we'll see if Marquis pits as he heads down the front stretch. Yes, indeed, the 28X heads down pit road to go fix that sheet metal. Two. Set for green this time by, Knight tags Salzarillo. The field gets crossed up. Green flag is out. And down into turn one, Batchelder edges up and takes the second spot. Knight gets all crossed up after tagging Salzarillo, and Rugg moves into third. Knight on the outside gets shuffled back to fourth. And here comes Junior Colson, and he'll take the fourth spot with the 37. Now, Salzarillo sees Batchelder in his rear view, and that's something to worry about. The 9B too slow, cannot make the move yet, but on the backstretch, he's found racing room. Salzarillo tries to shut the door. Trouble for Craig Kieran in the 13. He's off the pace, right in front of Tom Perry Jr. Salzarillo continues to hold off the 9B as we've got trouble off of turn two. As Craig Heron pulls into the infield in the 13, Mike Steigels goes around off turn two in the 0-2, and he was getting Ben Colson in that second row. Here they come. They step on the gas, and this time, there's the green flag. Salzarillo is high on Batchelder. Into turn one, the 4 holds low now with Batchelder running the high side. Salzarillo sideways in turn 4, holds on, And an IB edges out to take the lead on lap number 8. Batchelder out in front now with car 9B. Salzarillo holding off Bob Rugg and Fran Colson for that second spot. Rugg has third, Colson has fourth. Rollins now down low for fifth on Colson. Battling for fourth now. They touch and Knight gets sideways in the 8th. Now Jerry Marquis is in the top 10 in the 28X and he's moving up fast. Russ looks for room on the outside of Salzarillo with Rollins fourth and Colson fifth. Here comes Rugg in the 70 on the high side looking for second. Rollins now finds a way down low on Rugg as he tries to work over Salzarillo. And trouble for Colson now, the 37. Let's go coming off turn 4, and he is now in the infield. A tough break for car 37. Roger Raymond rides the wall down the backstretch. And now Bob Rugg exits into second with the 70. Ahead of Salzarillo, here comes Rollins and good enough. Mike Batchelder is way out in front, and we've got a spin on the backstretch. Yellow flag is back out on lap number 14. Begin to step on the gas. Green flag is out. Salzarillo hard into turn 3. On the high side, Brett Rollins moves into third in car 12, but Salzarillo comes right back into 4. It's Batchelder, Russ, Rollins. Now Marquis up to 4th, Salzarillo back to 5th. On the outside of Salzarillo for 5th, it's Rob Goodenough in the 1 New Hampshire. Halfway marker is out. And there's trouble in turn 4 now with the 77 of Bruce Batchelder going around in traffic. Yellow flag is out. Mike Steigels, Mike Russo, Roger Raymond, Dave Knight, Brett Rollins up to second with car 12, and Jerry Marquis to third in the 28X. So Batchelder now has a new challenge, and it's bound to be a good one. Talk about a tough break for Bob Rugg. Rugg was having such a great run, right up there in the top 5 for many laps, now in the pits, and that's another tough break for car number 70. That'll move Salzarillo back up to 4th, and Rob Goodenough into the top 5, the 1 New Hampshire now 5th. Boniface, well, it's got to be a lucky, now turning lucky for him. And go to green. There's the green flag. Batchelder and Rollins, Marquis and Salzarillo. Marquis down low on Rollins. Rollins tries to hold the spot on the backstretch. Into turn 3 and off turn 4. Now Marquis has it by a nose. Denied via Batchelder trying to run away, but Marquis is right there with Rollins. Boniface now 4th in the 27. The top 4 run nose to tail now. Salzarillo battling with Goodenough for the 5th spot, and Goodenough takes it. Here comes Tom Carey Jr. in the 5 Junior. field with car number 8. Knight will now rejoin as we've got more trouble in turn 1 and turn 2. Yellow flag is out. Beckwith heading down pit road in the 60, and the 81 of Russo is, nope, he's just facing oncoming traffic. He gets it going back in the right direction. Gary Knight is not on the lead lap, car number 8. He did, in fact, go at least one lap down to gain just a little bit. He shares the front row with Marquis. And now, we look for a green this time. There is the green flag off turn 4 and to the line. Batchelder gets the bite off turn 2. Marquis continues to run the outside. Rollins down low in the 12, and he looks for second. Boniface up high, and he battles Rollins for that 3rd spot. Tom Carey Jr. up to 5th in the 5 Junior. This time by 27 laps complete. Boniface now tags Marquis in the rear, and 27 is on the move. Trouble in the backstretch. Dipper Alsip has gone around in the 7, and he gets that car refired. Boniface and Marquis continue to slug it out for that 2nd spot. Boniface right on Jerry's rear bumper. He tags him, and Jerry goes around. Yellow flag is out with just 5 laps to go. They were battling heavily for that 2nd spot. Jim Boniface tagged Marquis a little too hard, and that sent Jerry right around in turn number 4. So another tough break for Marquis. Marquis will pick up at the rear, and that gives, even though Batchelder was pulling away, that will, oh, Boniface gets put to the rear now, car 27. Well, the luck has just gone downhill with Boniface going to the rear, car 27. And there's only 6 laps to go, so these two are going to have a tough time working their way back up. But in any case, it's Mike Batchelder who gets a break, even though he was pulling away. That's got to take a lot off his back. They come. There's the green flag. Batchelder, Rollins, Carey, good enough, and Raymond. On the outside, moves into 3rd with the 1 New Hampshire. He gets around Tom Carey Jr. Four laps to go this time.
beginning to pull away from Good Enough. Less than 2 laps to go for Batchelder. Gary and Good Enough come together, and here comes Roger Raymond to take advantage in the 62. White flag is out. This time, checker flag is in the air. Mike Batchelder takes his first win, and around goes Raymond and Good Enough. What an interesting ending to that feature event. Roger Raymond was running so incredibly well with the 62. I didn't quite see what happened over there. It looked like he and Good Enough just tapped a little too hard, and around they both went. But in any case, Mike Batchelder, you knew it was coming sometime. The 9B visits victory lane for the first time in 1992. Great run for him. Brett Rollins finishes second in the 12. Tom Carey Jr. comes home third in the 5 Junior. Great run there. And we'll have the official top 10 with all that skirmishing going on. We'll give you the top 10 right after Dave goes down to talk to our top 3.
And we've got a lot of stuff for him to do for us tonight, including draw the winning 50-50 lottery ticket coming up in just a minute as he gets congratulations from second finisher Brett Rollins. A long-waited pressure from Marquis for a while. That faded. Pressure from Rollins. Tom Carey's over to offer some congratulations after having a great break himself, and just said it was well-deserved. Would you all take a moment? First-time winner here at Monadnock in his first full season of racing. Our Pro Stock feature winner tonight, Mike Batchelder! Boy, you know all the stories about a bridesmaid.
Yeah, I've been there many times, and we're really thankful to be here.
How'd the car handle tonight?
The car was really good the whole race, and I was very happy with it.
You feel any pressure from Jerry and the other guys behind you?
Yeah, I just tried not to think about him. I said I got to run my own race and just go as hard as I can, and that's what I did.
Car ran well. Anybody you'd like to thank for keeping this baby running?
Oh, I got to thank Shane Wilson and all the guys that go with us. They've worked really hard to try to get us here, and they haven't given up, and here we are.
And you didn't give up either. First win of the year from Mike Batchelder. And in a minute, Mike, we're going to go back and have us draw the 50-50 ticket. Meanwhile, let's move up to number 2 guy who's had a pretty good season so far. One feature win and another good second-place finish. Brett, all the action seemed to be all around you tonight.
Yeah, we got lucky again, you know. We were real loose tonight, but after when Jerry spun out and then Jim got put to the rear, all we had to do was hang on then.
Hang on and chase that white car. Good run. Brett Rollins for second. That'll keep him near the top of the heap. And in his second run this year, as he already got one win in the late models, now his second week out in the Pro Stock, must feel pretty good about this third.
Yeah, not too bad. I'll tell you, we were in third, but a couple of people got a little over-anxious at the end. But we were real loose, but we'll tighten her up for next week. We'll run better.
Tom Carey, we'll see him in victory lane before the year's out, too. Here they come. 100 laps. And Stone leads them down. On top, taking the lead. It'll be the 20 of Rusty Ball. Ball leads them in. There goes Jarvis.
takes Bachelor up into the banking with him. And along with him goes, it looks like Ed Stone up there in the 94. Stone pulls it down out of the back. The guy that got the most contact appears to have been the 19 of Bachelor. Dave Pinkham in the mobile lubricants machine had the biggest problem as his car came around. Bachelor had no place to go, went up in front of Stone and got clipped. Ed Kennedy and Jerry Marquis bring them up, and here they come. It is Ball on top. Rusty Ball. Jarvis dives low and takes over second. Marquis moves up to third. Ball takes over the lead on the jump. It's Ball, Jarvis, Marquis. Rudolph getting banged on the bumper by Fuller, who's rough and banging him away. And Rudolph just puts the brakes on and slows up in front of him. Ball, Jarvis, Marquis, Kennedy, Radwig, Small, and Fuller. Trying to run the field down. He moves into sixth spot, turning a very quick lap along with Bateman and Monteith. Rusty Ball trying to hang on to that lead spot. He's only a tenth of the way. Bites the wheel, brings it back before the field comes by. Takes it across the alligator fence and he's back on top. Through 15, now 17. Ball, Jarvis around Cole. Marquis, Kennedy, Radwig, and Rick Fuller. Kirby Monteith trying to run the field down. Bateman fading a little bit. Plenty of time to get to the top. We're only into the last 19 out of 100 laps. Whoa, Kennedy into the back of Marquis. That opens up the door for Fuller. Fuller comes up behind Marquis. What's his nose in there, and Fuller takes over third. Marquis comes back and pushes Fuller down the front straightaway. Ball, Jarvis, Fuller, and Marquis. Kennedy back to fifth. Radwig sixth. Monteith seventh. Bateman eighth. Fuller works on the back bumper of Dwight Jarvis now. Looks inside. Rusty Ball continues to lead. Fuller uses the bumper in turn 4. Fuller to the outside now as they go around Cole. Marquis A quarter of the way through the event. Here's Jarvis trying to get a spot. Jarvis looks inside on Rusty. So wrong. It's Ball, Jarvis, Fuller, Markey, and Kennedy. Radwick, Monteith, and Bateman. Stone goes 9th. Mayer is 10th. Townsend is 11th. Small is in there. Everybody moving up on the 9th place car of Ed Stone now. Ball trying to hold that lead. Fuller looking for a hole. Stone's going to have to pull it down as the leaders come by. He's out wide. Look out, Monteith has spun with a flat tire. Lap 31. Monteith blows the right rear tire. All right. Jarvis on the outside. Fuller on his bumper. Rusty Ball looking for a break as they come down for the restart of lap 32. Jarvis on the outside trying to take the lead. Fuller and Markey working all over him. Here they are. It's going to be Jarvis. Fuller takes over second. Markey's right on his bumper. Balls gets banged back to the fourth. Kennedy 5th. Radwick 6th. Bateman 7th. Monteith back up to 8th. Kennedy works the outside. Radwick's working the inside to try to move up. Monteith trying to catch up. Having a tough time of it. Radwick looks inside Ball. Ball runs fourth. It's Jarvis, Fuller, Monteith. Ball, Radwick, Bateman, Kennedy going backwards, and Monteith moving up. Monteith goes third, Ball fourth, Radwick's up to 5th, Bateman 6th, Kennedy is 7th, Monteith 8th. Here comes Ford, closing in on Jarvis, coming off turn 4, Dwight still with an obvious advantage. Pull away from Markey, and then there is about a straightaway back to Rusty Ball in car 20, holding off Marty Radwick for that 4th spot. Oh, Fuller tags. Jarvis coming off turn 2, and now Fuller goes into the lead, pushes up the racetrack, and Jarvis dives right back down low. Let's see who's got it coming off turn 2. It's Fuller with car 44. He dives in, holds the lead to come around on lap 44. Fuller, Jarvis, Markey, now Radwick has broken into 4th. Ball and Kennedy battle for 5th. Fuller now begins to pull away with the Fuller beverage machine. Jarvis putting up with Markey for that 2nd spot. Contact between Kennedy and Ball. They get all sideways. Coming off turn 4. and Kennedy will grab, oh, he goes around now. Goes down to the infield, Ed Stone with a problem in the 94, and off the racetrack goes Fuller. As Ed Stone has an engine let go right in front of the leaders, and just as that was going on, Ed Kennedy was having a problem with car number 0. But the worst has to go to Rick Fuller. Innocent bystander. Car number 44 up into the barrier. I don't think he made contact with the wall, but he's right up there in turn 1. Slug it out on lap 48, going back to green. Green flag is out, and here they come. It's Fuller starting to pull away. Jarvis in for second. Radwick was going to be a threat, but he's now just settled in for third. Rusty Ball is 4th, and Jack Bateman is 5th. Here comes Jerry Markey back with a 73. Radwick closes in on Jarvis in a battle for 3rd. Markey is 6th. Kennedy on the outside is 7th. Jerry looking to get back into the top 5. 52 laps now complete, 48 to go for Fuller, Jarvis, Radwick. Rusty Ball holding on to 4th over Jack Bateman. And here comes Jerry Markey down low on Monteith, has moved into 6th. Monteith 7th. Kennedy 8th. Rudolph several laps down. 9th is TJ Small, and 10th is Jim Marr. Markey moves around Bateman and takes 5th. Bateman got a little high, and that opened the door. Radwick closes right back up on Jarvis once again. And here comes Markey down low on Ball. Heading into turn 3. Can Jerry take 4th this time? I'm sure the answer is yes. And indeed it is. Markey back into full swing on lap 56. Jack Bateman is off the racetrack in the 17. Bateman was running a 6th and goes to the high side of turn 2 and stops, bringing out a caution on lap 58. Top 5, 58 laps complete, and we're set to go back to green. Green flag is out. Fuller, Jarvis, Radwick feeling the pressure from Markey with a 73 closing right up on Radwick's back bumper. And off turn 2, he's low trying to make a move. Kennedy gets around Ball with an excellent move in the 0. Fast, straight down the backstretch, and he's up to 5th. Radwick and Markey make contact in turn 4. And now Jerry will head high. top 4 on nose to tail with 63 laps complete. Here comes lap 64. It's Fuller, Jarvis, Radowicz, Markey, and now Kennedy, with Monteith moving to the high side of ball in a battle for 6th. And Monteith has it on the backstretch, edges out into turn 3. Fuller now begins to pull away once again from Jarvis. Jarvis puts up with Radowicz, gets a tap to the rear bumper, and here comes Markey, and Kennedy closes up into 0. Jim Marr pulls to the infield in the 87. Pulling away from Jarvis. Here comes Radowicz down low, but there's TJ Small, and Radowicz will have to get back up into the racing lane. Markey now looks to make a move. He's been looking content running in that 4th spot, but still trying to move into the inside of Radowicz, and now he gets the door slammed once again, but now he'll try once again. Is Markey, but cannot find racing room. Top 5 cars. Actually, second group is running close. Fuller pulling away. The 3 in the middle are the 3 cars to watch as they battle for second. And Markey moves around Radowicz and takes the 3rd spot. And he'll move high on Jarvis now. Gets right up close to the wall. On the backstretch goes Markey. And here he comes to the high side. Oh, Monteith goes around and turn 2 in the 85. And that brings out a yellow flag on lap 76 as Monteith goes around. Just when Fuller and Markey will bring this field around with Radowicz, Kennedy, Bateman, Ball, Monteith, Jarvis, Small, and Rudolph. Green flag is out. Fuller and Markey now run away. Here comes Markey on the high side with the 73, working around Fuller, coming off of turn 4. Into turn 1. They come together, and Markey goes up the racetrack. He'll dive back into turn 3 and look for room. Right on Fuller's rear bumper is Jerry Markey. This time, 79 laps complete, Markey dives low. Radowicz is waiting for something to happen, and so is Kennedy. They'll end up 1-2 if these two sit up. Skirmish. Markey back up high. Into turn 1, they're side by side, and they touch again. Down in turn 3, and contact again as Fuller runs into Markey. Fuller and Markey hammering on each other. Markey's back to 4th. It's Fuller, Radowicz, Kennedy. Markey is 4th, Bateman is 5th. We've got 19 laps to go. Markey's going to have to try to work his way through some fast traffic. He's back up there to grab Fuller. Radowicz up on Fuller's bumper now. laps, now 13 laps. Marquis all over Radwick's bumper. Marquis pushes Radwick high. Marquis got a hole. Kennedy slides way up the banking. Almost makes contact with Dwight Jarvis. Jarvis into the back of Kennedy. Here's Marquis outside Radwick as they come off 4. Marquis into second. 11 laps to go. Coming down to 10. Jerry Marquis running down Rick Fuller. If he can catch him in the next 10 laps, this is going to be a whale of a finish. Marquis picking away Carlink after Carlink. Precision motor against Macbeth's motor. Marquis closes the margin again. We've got a spin on the backstretch. A spin on lap 92. The last caution. That's going to put Marquis right on the bumper of Rick Fuller when we have a restart. Never in talk. The pressure is on. Marquis back at him again. One more time with the bumper. One more time. Marquis high. He looks inside. He's there. He's inside. Marquis has taken the lead from Fuller. Fuller's back with the bumper. 5 to go. Marquis with a Carlink. Marquis with 3 laps to go. We're down to 2. 2 laps left for Marquis, Fuller, Radwick, Bateman and Kennedy, Jarvis and Monteith, Paul and Rudolph. White flag, 1 lap left. Last lap, Marquis pulls away. Looking for the checkered flag. Jerry Marquis. Marquis followed by Fuller, Radwick, Bateman, and Kennedy. Jerry did the same exact thing last year. Not only did he win, but I'm saying he fitted for tires and it paid off again as he wins the Bob Whitcomb Winston 100. Dave is heading trackside. He'll be talking with Jerry along with Rick Fuller, who is not out. But Marty Radowick is your 3rd place finisher, and he'll join Jerry and Jack Bateman in victory lane. Bateman finishing 4th and Kennedy 5th. Only 2 drivers have ever won this race more than once. One was Jeff Bodine, the other one's here in victory lane. In just a minute, he'll be climbing out. Unstraps the radio and all the rest of that stuff.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long 100 laps with a lot of cautions in between, and I'm sure that everybody's glad it's finally over. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, your Winchester 100 winner, Jerry Marquis. A little bit of a victory lane celebration here. Let's get you here so we can get the pictures. Jerry, I'll tell you something. I didn't know if we were watching that or the Enduro tonight, but you're the second guy to win this event twice and the first one to do it back-to-back. How do you feel about that?
I'll tell you, I owe it all to the crew. Bennett did a super job with the tires tonight. We went in at lap 48 and put tires on, and he did an excellent job getting the car dialed in for me. I can't thank this guy enough. He's more than a competitor. He's in there with me driving the car most of the time. He's telling me what to do sometimes, and everything worked out real good there. I got on the outside of Ricky a few times, and he bumped me around. I think it made the front end work even better, so I thank him.
That's the way to do it. Jerry Marquis, a Winchester 100 winner. That's 4 for this year. And just to relax a little bit, Marty Radwick, who probably drove the entire race with one hand, as he has for many, many times. Was this a one-handed one again?
Yeah, it's a one-handed. They're all one-handed ones. That's the only way I know how to drive now.
One-handed for Marty, and a cigarette to make him feel better, and a good finish in the top 3. That's got to make you feel good.
Yeah, it feels real good to finish up front. The car's a little bit too loose tonight, but we took what we could get. Congratulations to Jerry. He drove a great race. We're just happy to come in third.
Jerry, congratulations from Marty, and a good run for Jack Bateman, who looks, he's going to sort of fill in here in victory lane, and might as well make him say something because you haven't had many opportunities this year to do it. Luck fell your way tonight.
Yeah, we just kind of tried to stay out of trouble, and we didn't really pass anybody, but we fell into it.
Fell into it. Here he is. The car ran well, and it's being one piece for tomorrow night, I guess, huh?
Yeah, it looks that way.
Jack Bateman, good finish for him tonight. Jerry Marquis, your winner. Don't forget, hey, look, we have fireworks, woo, coming up.